Bitcoin, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if we refer to my last analysis, we have been looking for buy from here. I mentioned whoever get the trade from here, they should move their stop loss below this correction, somewhere around 31,600. And at that time, the price was within this move. I mentioned if we wants to look for trade, the only way is to put our entry above the top. And even I mentioned if we get one more drop as what we get here, we can move our entry to above what we get here. All right, that's why I mentioned if we want to look for buy, the only option is to put our entry above this, either above here or above this top after we get down move. And what we want to see the continuation as a sharp move, and this is what I meant by sharp move. Okay, by the way, I mentioned if we want to look for the entry by having entry there above this top or above here, we need to be quite careful because I mentioned we're looking for the continuation as a sharp move, and this is what we get. Anyway, whoever get the trade from here, and even mostly who still keep the trade from this correction, from this flag, all right, right now they should move their stop loss somewhere below this. That means somewhere they should move their, if they want to keep the trade for long term, they should move their stop loss somewhere around 33,400. Okay, now we want to see what's the next. And even as we can see based on 1 hour chart, if we put this stop in relative to each other, we see we have a divergence, but this is the 1 hour divergence. Okay, again, whoever get the trade from here, and whoever also if they get the trade from this correction, move their stop loss to somewhere below this, which is somewhere around, again, if we put our line here, is somewhere around 33,400 if they want to keep the trade for long term. Now we want to see what's the next and how we can look for trade. In this case, we move to daily chart. All right, and still we are within this correction. The only things right now I'm looking for, if I put my line, I want to see the breakout of the previous top, which is this one. That means we want to see the breakout of the 36,650. All right, because as long as the price haven't break this, the previous top, which is 36,650, still we can look at this one as a correction. How we can look at this one as a correction, if I remove this line, is still we can put these two in relative to each other. We can look at this one as a flat, as a first correction for one more drop. We need to be quite careful about this. If we want from now, if we want to look for buy, that's why we have to move our stop loss to book some profit, because we need to see the breakout of the previous top. If the price can break the previous top, then we can, the next level we're looking for is a 40. Okay, again, I need to highlight, we need to be quite careful about this one. May this one turn to flat and we can expect one more drop. That means this one can turn to a that means we are within this correction, and if we put this one as the first correction and the last, this one can be quite like an extension wave. Okay, and if I move to forward chart, all right, as what we can see here is still I mean the way is moving still is the upside, but if there is a continuation as a corrective move, mostly we can put this one in relative to this, because this is what we can look at this. I mean, look at as a correction. Okay. Again, I don't mean the price is going to drop. I want to highlight that this is the reasons why we need to move our stop loss to somewhere below this correction. And if we want to look for trade, we need to, in the bigger picture, we need to know about this one. Right now, I will put my line here and I will put one more line here. Okay. Again, I need to highlight that I don't mean the price is going to drop. But technically, there is a possibility this one can turn to a flat in relative to this for one more drop, as long as the price haven't break the previous top, which is 36,650. Okay. Anyway, still we want to see the breakout. If we put our line here, the first things we want to see the breakout of 35,200, following by 36. But the most important level we're looking for is breakout of the desktop, because if the price can break desktop, then it can give us better confirmation for the extension and for continuation for price to reach 40. But as long as the price haven't broke the previous top, we need to be quite careful about this flat in relative to this for one more drop. Okay, now whether we should look for buy or not, based on forward chart, we don't see any trade setup. And as I mentioned, if there is a continuation as a corrective, we need to be really careful. And whatever the lines we put here, we need to know how we can look at this one as a flat. Okay. And if I move to 1 hour chart, based on 1 hour chart, we mentioned again, I need to highlight whoever get the trade either from here or from here. Mostly we have been looking for buy from here. They should move their stop loss below this correction. And based on 1 hour chart, even if you want to look for the trade, still we can look at this one as a flat in relative to this for one move up. But how to look for trade right now? We don't have any trade set up. Having entry above this, it can be an option again, but at this level, I won't really suggest it. For me, from now, if I want to look for trade, if I want to look for trade, at least I will look for the flag within this range. As long as the price haven't break this one as a sharp move flag, and mostly we need to look at the chart based on 15 minutes. All right. But the best things is if this one give me one more drop with the breakout of the previous low, which is somewhere around 36,600, then I will put my entry above the stop. All right. That's mean right now, even we will look at this one as a flat, the best things is this one give us one more drop to put our entry above this. But if the price continue from here, having entry above this stop, the previous stop is very risky. And it depends on the traders. That's why we prefer to look for the sharp move, like either based on 15-minute or 1 hour chart. Okay. But the only things right now I will highlight move overs again, whoever get the trade either from this correction, and mostly we have a trade from here, move over stop loss somewhere below this correction. And right now we're looking at this. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup, I will share. And again, and if I move to forward chart, right now, we're looking at this one as a correction. We need to be quite careful. As long as the price haven't broke the previous top, we need to be quite careful about this flat. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.